Okay, so I just did my lesson over the foldables, and I think it went pretty well. The reason why I chose this lesson for the classroom management part of my reflection was because it was a very simple task of following directions. One thing in a classroom that you need to have is classroom management. I feel that here at the school that I am at, classroom management is very, not necessarily simple, but very easy to abide by in your classroom. We are a direct instruction school, which is why you heard me snap and say, get ready. The students are not allowed to answer until we snap or say, get ready. This is a very strong classroom management tool here at Park Elementary School. The students are able to gather their information in their head during direct instruction and are not able to give you the answer until you ask for it. So in a lot of other classrooms that I've seen, we do not get to necessarily have our students give us the same answer at the same time. The internships that I have done, these students just call out, they don't raise their hand when they're supposed to, so that is very hard to do classroom management with. Here, classroom management is amazing. As you can see during my video, my students listened, followed directions. I only had a couple people go off the track a little bit. On this reflection, I am supposed to discuss how you planned for any anticipated behavior issues. Well, I've been with the students for 5-6 weeks now, and we basically get along very well. They know that I'm their teacher, as well as Mrs. Smith, who is the real second grade teacher. They listen to me, they give me respect, and I planned for behavior issues because I know those students that will need a little bit of extra help. I know those students that will call out when they're not supposed to. I know those students that might not necessarily know the answer every time, which is why I give a little bit longer of a wait time for everybody to answer. Number 2, I'm supposed to discuss any classroom management challenges that arose during my video. As you heard, as you watched, you probably heard a couple of the same voices throughout the video. Those 2 students actually have kind of a learning disability, and they are not able to necessarily look at you and do what they're supposed to do right in front of them. They can look at you and tell you the answer, but if you ask them to do it for themselves on their paper, they are unable to. So, the challenges that arose were probably that they needed a little bit of extra help than the other kids, and the other kids kind of had to sit quietly, which they did, which was awesome, but they had to sit quietly and kind of weren't kept busy at all times because I was too busy helping them. Number 3, I'm supposed to discuss how I will change my approach in the future. As you can see, teachers have a lot of things going on throughout the day. I used a technology tool, which was called the Elmo, to broadcast what we were going to be doing and do a step-by-step. Well, I was standing in front of the classroom getting videoed, and my teacher was actually using her finger along all the lines and along where you should glue and write, so that helped me out quite a bit. I would probably want to be able to be in complete control and be able to use the Elmo and use the projector and use my tools all by myself, but it was very hard considering that this was a follow the directions tool, or follow the directions activity, and I didn't want to just be sitting at my desk the whole time by that Elmo. 4, oh, there is no 4. Well, I think that this video went extremely well. I think that my activity went extremely well. We are a direct instruction school, like I said, so those of you that do grade my papers will notice that we follow by the rules. I can't necessarily step out of line or step out of script. Everything that I do is on a notebook that I do stand up at the front of the class with. This gave me a little bit of leniency because in social studies and science, we are able to do certain activities. We just have to follow them correctly. Classroom management is a big part, like I said, and I think I followed it very well. Like I said, being here at Park is completely amazing with classroom management because the kids know what to do and when to do it. Thank you.